Montana Film Brothers.
Welcome to the Montana Film Brothers. This is Cole Johnson alongside Victor Johnson as we are previewing the 1996 film Phenomenon featuring John Travolta and Kira Sedgwick.
Yes.
So my initial thoughts after watching this movie, it's kind of a dumb show. Honestly.
It's so dumb.
It's dumb. Like that's the word I use. And the problem initially after watching it is that I feel like it's supposed to be a sci-fi movie, but it's almost as if there's not enough substance to it at all. And it came out in a time where sci-fi movies were not at their peak, so there's not much substance to base it off of, like, oh, this is so interesting to me,
Yeah, and there's so much to get into. This was my first Travolta movie I'd ever seen, I think, which is kind of a weird introduction to him because he's probably not at his best in this movie. But you're right. Like, I don't think he necessarily knows how to play it. We can get into that, but he's like a lot of like scrunching up his face and like rubbing his hair and like kind of like scrunching up and like kind of like pursing his lips together a lot. Like, I just don't think he knows what to do either. Like, how do I play it? How do I play this guy who's like burdened by intelligence?
Yeah, and so the synopsis of the movie is that he's a farmer. And, I actually don't mind Forrest Whitaker in this film, too, because he just basically plays himself. He's like the friend, like the farmer friend. That's probably my first movie in which I've seen Forrest Whitaker.
Same.
So this is like the second movie in which I've seen John Travolta. The first movie, obviously, being Grease.
See, I saw this before Grease, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it really messed me up, man.
Because there's so many other movies before this he does so well in.
Yeah,
this movie,
yes.
It's like it's when John Travolta's career kind of gets off track.
He's
He's
not playing to his strengths whatsoever in this movie.
No,
I mean,
no.
the best he is when he's being quiet and other actors are allowed to like actually kind of portray things.
Sure.
My kind of take was that every other. So Kira Sedgwick and Forrest Whitaker and Robert Duvall, they're all in like an Academy Award-winning movie, and John Travolta is in a Disney Channel original movie. He's playing it so big. It's like there's no subtlety at all. He's like, I just have all these ideas. I read so much.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He plays it really big, and so the audience doesn't. It's like he gets hit by the light or whatever, and then it's like he's just discovering. He's just really smart, and he can move things with his mind and everything. It's like there's no surprises to that, and it's like, well, why can he do all of these things? It's like he just can because he got hit by a light, and he's like supposed to be really smart. And I'm like, I know.
There's a tumor in your brain.
We all know that. An hour in, there's a tumor in your brain.
Oh, I wish it was an hour. I wish it was an hour in. That's a pretty good Duvall. I think everyone in this movie is so good except John Travolta.
Except John Travolta.
Like, I think Kira Sedgwick is really, really good. She's playing it like, what if this really happened? And even Forrest Whitaker is like pretty befuddled. Like, there's a great scene where John Travolta's like, I have a lot going on, man. And Forrest Whitaker's like, yeah, we all got stuff going on. Like, they're
it's like you talk so much,
everyone's kind of playing it like quiet and measured and controlled. And meanwhile, Travolta's like, if you just build your parking lot a little bit.
No. He's the one he's like, the idea of photosynthesis in this modern age is fascinating to me. And then Forrest Whitaker's like, kind of plays it quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I like the performances, but I don't necessarily agree with everyone getting so bored with George. Like 2 sentences into any topic besides the main one they want to talk about, everyone's like, hey, look, man, I just don't understand what you're saying. And he's like, really? I just said if you make your parking lot this way, you can fix it. And everyone's like, yeah, you're just so smart.
Then, of course, you got Roger Podacter in there. 2 to 3 books a day? On what?
Suddenly very interested in that part. Before he was like, what? And then later he's like, George.
George.
You know what I hate about this movie is it kind of turns Travolta into like a savior, or like he's just like the all-time great guy. Like, oh, I'm just so nice, and then he dies. It's like, oh man, he was such a good guy. There's not a lot of complications here. He's just like a really good guy who
then becomes
really smart and knows a lot about everything. And there's so many scenes where he's like being so smart. People are like, "What?"
Yeah, he's like, man, he knows Portuguese better than me, better than I do now. He's like, better than me too.
Oh my god! And then see with Brett Spiner where he's like, "Now if he's born in New York, he's 3 hours older now, isn't he?"
Gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of weirdness too with the guy that does all the testing and then the professor in Berkeley. I almost feel like they're too surprised or they're almost like overacting a little bit. They're like, so we're trying to wonder about that earthquake and was it a fluke? Was it a fluke? And it's like, okay, just
Ringgold is Professor Ringgold does not know what movie he's in either. He's also doing the Disney Channel original movie version of this, where he's like, "Mr. Malley, I'm just here to talk about the earthquake." That's
yeah.
And that whole scene where he gets visited by him, I know we're kind of jumping ahead, but and like George is just like, "Hey, I got some cool ideas about fertilizer," and like he literally interrupts George and is like, "I just want to know about the earthquake." Like, dude, where are your manners?
Which kind of, we can backtrack to the beginning of the movie, starting off where he has an interest in Kira Sedgwick. I feel like Kira Sedgwick is just a jerk to him in the beginning. Like, even it's, I guess, my birthday today, and I was wondering if you can. I can't. Like, you're just kind of brushing me off quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she doesn't know him from Adam, so he's being like really cloying and kind of desperate, and like she's coming from where like, I don't know who you are, man, but like you got a really big head, and I'm just not interested.
Yeah. You got a square head. You're looking in my truck window way too many times.
Yeah, you keep scrunching up, and you're scratching the back of your head. I heard John Travolta in there scratching around.
He was trying to get a date with Kira Sedgwick, scratching around.
And his two coworkers, which shout out to Tito, who's the only one that really sticks with him. Later in the movie, he's like, "This will all blow over. Just you wait and see." Like, Tito, I got a feeling my whole life's about to go down.
So they have the birthday party for him, and I do have a little bit of a problem. So they have the party, and then he walks out in the middle of downtown. He gets hit by a light. I think he's drunk.
Yeah.
And he gets back up and walks back in to play chess.
He's really drunk.
I thought he was getting dropped off.
No, he's saying goodbye to Tito. Speaking of, and he's like, "Tito, man, thanks for coming. Oh, by the way, thanks for coming."
But then, he goes in and finishes the chess game. He's like, "It's your move. I'm taking your queen, George. I'm taking your queen." It's like, all right.
Again, Duvall is like so naturalistic. He's like, "No, George, you gotta understand. I'm taking a queen." He's just like, it's just very salt of the earth. Like, he's just a guy. I mean, he's a doctor, but he's like super sweet and just plays it very natural. And meanwhile, John Travolta is like so heightened and exaggerated.
So big.
So big.
He is. He's like a big-bodied, big-headed man.
Yeah.
Where, like, I guess you wouldn't want to, like, run into him by accident. Like,
No,
if you just crashed into him.
I think Lace is like scared for her life. But he's like, "Let me give you a hand with those chairs.
Yeah.
It's my birthday today. Do you want to come hang out with me?" Not really. No.
It's my birthday, dude. I'm having a party.
No, I don't want to go to the town bar and get drunk with you and 9 men. I'm not interested.
That's kind of true because, like, you have a date for this thing. It's like, well, it's a hangout. You don't need to bring a date.
Yeah,
to
well,
the birthday
right.
party,
Like, we're just going to the bar. Like, we're literally there every day at 2 p.m. It's not that special. There's so many daytime bar scenes where I'm like, there's one moment where he's in the bar and he's like, "I got to go back to work." Like, dude, this is how you spend all your breaks.
Yeah, he's at the bar on his lunch break. He's like, "I gotta go back to work." How'd you make that mirror break, George? How'd you move the pen with your hand? Like, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah, So that was my thing. We talked earlier about Chris Farley. Like, I actually kind of think that John Travolta's like doing some Chris Farley. Dude, you gotta believe me.
It kind of does. It's like that desperate tonality, and he's like kind of the big person in the room.
Yeah, he is big.
Like,
yeah, I mean, he's not like fat, but he's just big. He takes up a lot of space. Like, oh my God, George, we get it. You read 4 books a day. Like the library meet and greet he does. The banner literally says like, "These are all the books that George Malley read in 4 months." Okay.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just wants everyone to know he reads. Right. So they go to his birthday. He plays chess.
Yep.
He's at work, and now he knows Spanish, and he can move the wrench with his hand or with his mind.
Right. And then so you can do all those things, and then he ends up, one of the kids, there's like a sick kid, and they can't find a doctor that can learn Portuguese, so he ends up reading a book and learning Portuguese in literally like 20 minutes. And so he's speaking amazing Portuguese. And then I like how when he's like, I think I know where the boy is, and everyone just kind of flutters around and they're walking away.
Yeah, that's like probably 2/3 into the movie, but we can get to that now. I definitely have some issues with that scene. Like they're looking for the boy who's eaten something bad, and then he like finds this like tree house that looks like pretty obviously a tree house, and everyone's like, well, what's going on there? And then George uses his mind to move the logs to reveal a ladder. It's very Legend of Zelda.
Like, are we watching a human version of Ocarina of Time? Yeah, exactly. Like, what is going on?
Well, he could have just pointed at the thing and said, like, climb up there, but instead he uses his mind. And it really
to move the branches.
It really tuckers him out.
Yeah, it's like that wasn't necessary. It's like Robert Duvall would have been able to be like, is there a ladder? Okay, George.
Like, that guy's the grandpa's so sick, and then Robert Duvall's literally laughing. He's like, call George Manley. He'll know what to do. Like, George Manley? The town big guy?
I know. George? The big guy? The auto mechanic? Yeah.
I do want to go back, though, because there's a couple really fun scenes where people casually say how many days have passed. Like, there's like a moment with the bar where it's like, anybody about 9 days ago hear a light or see a light?
Oh.
It's like, right, okay. So it's been a week. Copy.
9 days ago, George, why didn't you just say, hey, midnight? It was Mally's birthday. It's like, why 9 days
about
ago?
9 days ago.
Why are you framing it that?
Yeah, and then he goes to see his friend Nate, and they're doing like the Morse code stuff, and like right away you're like, okay, this is a subplot that I'm not going to be interested in at all.
Yeah.
He's like, send the Air Force back. We're watching the Marigolds on Friday.
Watching the Marigolds. He's like, I think we got to stay out of this, George.
Nate's completely correct. There's so much, like, George is like trying to show off so much too, or he's like, there's been so much going on, and Nate's like, we all got stuff going on, and George is like, yeah, but mine's cooler. I can move stuff with my mind.
That's cooler. It's like, and I'm gonna do this Morse code for you. He's like, why? Because it gives me something to do, Nate.
Yeah. Also, quit talking over the recording. I'm trying to record this.
So he's able to do the Morse code stuff. And then, Nate's wanting him to stay out of it. And it's almost kind of like, something's going to happen too with Nate. You're afraid that he's going to take the hit for it because like it's government work.
Yeah.
So it's like he ends up in jail later.
He does, and it eats up so much in the second act where it's like, oh my God, he's at the army base. Like, I don't care. And that really stern black actor where it's like, George, you wasted a lot of money with the government.
He's like, we're going to do some tests with you if you don't mind. And then how come when he's done with the tests, he looks all like rugged and tired? It's like, why does he automatically become so like feeble? You know what I mean?
Is this what you wanted to like have tests and like, show off how smart you are? Aardvark, bear.
Yeah. Bear, zebra. He just goes through all of them or whatever.
I think the idea is that one, he can't shave, so that makes him look haggard, and two is that there's a tumor in your brain.
Right, and apparently he only has like weeks or a month left to live, which almost feels like okay.
Yeah, like is that enough time to maybe hook up with Lace? What do you think, Doc?
He's hooking up with Lace. Good shit.
He's kind of like, Lace, if we could
go. Soundtrack's pretty decent.
Lace, I'm going to die. I am going to die.
Right. Yeah, and it is a little intense because it's like, okay, so he tries to get with Lace, and then, we don't want to go too far into it.
Yeah, I have here his first visit with Lace is when he picks up her two children and like drives over to her property, and he's like, hey, Lace, I'm here.
Comes over uninvited, too, which is it's pretty bold.
It's very
like, I got you some tomatoes. He forgot to take it.
He forgot to take it. He's like, I didn't want them.
Got Sheryl Crow. Every day's a winding road. It's a pretty good soundtrack. But Sheryl Crow 1996 is probably the best.
That's my favorite
era of Sheryl Crow.
That's my favorite song on the soundtrack. The other ones are pretty brutal. That's what love. He's like, have you ever shaved anyone before? And she's like, no, not really. Oh my God. I was thinking during the shaving scene, like the Dumb and Dumber thing. Pretty woman.
Yeah. Accidentally cuts him on the chin. Love. He's like bleeding for a second.
Takes the bandsaw to his tongue. George, you're not taking
love. Yeah.
You're not taking good care of yourself, George. But so the first time he visits Lace, I noticed too there's lots of denim. Like he's wearing like all denim, she's wearing all denim. Like couple of Levi guys.
Yeah, a lot of denim, flannel too as well. But this was based in Harmon, California, which is a town that does not exist.
Yeah, I read Northern California.
Northern California.
Yeah.
I think they had a couple. There was one scene with a sign that said like Harmon Courthouse or something. But
okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because then it's also
not...
the Harmon Book Fair, which seems to be like the premier event in town. It's like, what if I talk at the book fair?
Yeah.
George, no one goes to the book fair.
George, they don't have those. They don't have any book fairs.
So he goes to Lace's house, and before they can even talk, he's already doing like George stuff. Like, whoa, you feel that? And like
and then there's some like laughter in the background with the kids. It almost sounds like Diddy Kong Racing laughter. It's like
it does. Yeah, it's the stock.
It's like automated.
But
that's the stock laughter.
They can't even spend 2 seconds together without him like doing like his little George ESP stuff because he picks up on those ultra low frequency waves.
Yep.
And he's like, Lace, do you feel that? And she's like, no, of course I don't, because there's nothing to feel.
Right. It's almost kind of insult. It's almost like making Lace look like an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
You don't feel that.
It's like, you kidding me? Try harder, dummy. Yeah.
Like, you know what Lace is like, I'm not interested because I don't know you and you don't know me, okay? And I just want to have your tomatoes and leave me alone.
Yeah, and like you keep talking about books you read and these ULFs you feel, and I just don't care. I like the phone call.
George Malley saw a UFO, then he saw one. Like,
all right.
Cool.
George Malley says that he can break a mirror with his mind. He can break a mirror with his mind. No, he's on the phone with the earthquake guy, and like it's classic like movie phone call. He's like, "No, I don't have any instrumentation. No, I'm not trained in any specific field. I'm just trying to tell you that I think, click, there's gonna be an earthquake." Not the first
he's like, you're trying to blow me off. You're trying to bury me in this conversation, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's just kind of stupid.
But there is an earthquake. There's an earthquake. He's right. This whole movie is just like, am I right? Huh? I told you.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's ultimately the problem I have with the whole 3/4 of it is him just doing all of this stuff and no one believes him, kind of deal. Yeah. Where it's like, he knew there was going to be an earthquake. He knew it.
Right. And he literally invents gasoline out of pig manure, and everyone's like, oh, smells like poop in here. Like, dude, you are going to completely disrupt the oil industry. You need to talk to somebody. And he completely blows off Berkeley because he goes to prison instead of going to Berkeley. And then when he gets back, he's like, oh, Berkeley. Yeah, there's a thought. Like, what? You're not going to do that?
You're not going to do that.
Instead, you're just going to piss and moan in this bar.
At 2 o'clock on a work day.
Yeah,
they're in the bar during the day way too much.
He does have a point where he's like, I think this was an accident. It was supposed to go to a leader or a scientist or a professor. Like, he's probably right. It probably didn't need to happen to him because he's just a small town ditz.
Who works at an automotive company, fixing brake pads and learning Portuguese.
George Malley just sold 500,000 brake pads.
Definitely bring back Chris Farley. George Malley sold it.
I can see John Travolta and Tommy Boy. Yeah. Chicken wings.
Right. So where does Steve Zahn fit in this film? I guess he could probably just play one of the guys at the bar.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, George, you said that you heard the light.
Yeah, he's like, you're a little pissed off. He beat you at chess, aren't you?
Yeah. Steve is either the bartender or Baines.
Or Baines, yeah.
Hey, look, it's Baines.
That's Baines. Not a big role in this movie. Okay, so he finds the boy, helps cure him or whatever.
No, he doesn't help cure him. He just finds him.
Yeah, or just finds him.
Yeah, and while he's there, the earthquake professor tags along so he can do bizarrely over the top frowning reactions to everything.
Right. As he's sitting in the front seat of the truck and looking at John Travolta read the Portuguese book.
He's
all wide-eyed.
Yeah, he's pulling a lot of Looney Tune faces. He does not need to be in this movie.
Yeah, he is
at all.
No.
What are you doing?
He's terrible.
No, he's not.
He's just a reacting professor. That's it. Yeah, it's weird.
He comes by at the end, and Lace is like, George died. And he's like, oh, well.
I'm sorry to. Yeah, it's really weird. It's just a weird.
Why is he in the denouement of this movie? We got to wrap up his emotional arc. No, we don't.
We don't. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm like, dude, just go
Yeah,
away.
go away. You're just, the earthquake thing is
Yeah,
like the like number 6 on the list of things that George was up to. I don't care.
because because it's a sentiment, emotional part of the movie. Don't have him in the end of it.
No,
Like, don't wrap him around again.
yeah, like there's not really a loose end. Wouldn't qualify that as a loose end. I did notice, it's kind of a random observation. George is reading like a lot of like blue and red books with no with no covers, and it just seems to be algebra. I don't know. What you reading?
He's reading Algebra 2
Blue, black.
and lifting the pages with his fingers.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, I actually kind of got stirred by that scene because the music's very good, except for the guitars. I think the flute and piano are all really good. Kind of reminds me of Field of Dreams at times.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple moments where it's like,
Yeah.
and he's like outside, it's windy.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
love
are we
that
in
scene.
Iowa
No,
now?
I love that
Yeah.
scene. It's like finally a quiet moment where he has to like reckon with his abilities, because so much of the movie's just him being like, "Hey, your parking lot's all wrong." Sure, George.
Yeah, and him reading a lot of books and moving things with his mind.
Yeah, he just talks.
Yeah.
He just talks so fast. I guess I talk fast.
You just talk so fast. You know so much.
Right.
And Forrest Whitaker, that's like him at 35 years old. It's like, oh, this guy's just a farmer dude.
Yeah, he's just a
You
farmer
know?
dude. He probably
Kinda-
hasn't smelled a woman in 10 months or whatever George says.
Right. Like,
George's like, yeah.
and then apparently,
What if I have you accidentally harass your nanny or your house cleaner?
by feeding you fake Portuguese, or not fake, but Portuguese lines with it, obviously kind of flatter her. You know,
Right,
But it's just
yeah.
kind of, it's just like, she's got to know that, like, dude, you don't know.
It's like, how do I say, how much money do you want? And it's like something Symphonia. Like, wait, why would?
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah, your dress
Symphonia?
is like a symphonia. Yeah.
What is Symphonia?
So yeah, it's just him doing all the really cool abilities that he can do, and then getting tested, and then he gets sick. They find out that he's got a tumor, and he's in the hospital.
Well, yeah,
Robert
because
Ball comes in.
he makes the ill-advised decision to speak at the library fair. And then
Yeah.
like he goes to the doctor, and he's like, well, he breaks the mirror, and that's when like there's kind of a shift happening where the town starts to become really fearful of him. And like they think he's some kind of outcast, and then he tells Robert Duvall like, "Hey, what if I just talk at the book fair?" And Robert Duvall's like, "I guess it's not really a big event, but
So he talks at the book fair, and then
it goes okay."
I like how it kind of has that montage of like people wanting things from him. Do that again. Oh,
Yeah.
here's a kid. No.
At first, it goes okay. I mean, I'm sure there's some people in the back that are like, "I can't hear you." He's talking so quietly to Baines, where he's like, "Yeah, so it's a collaboration or partner. I can't hear you."
We have I'm able to have a partnership as a collaboration of my mind with their relationship, and it's like
What? Boo.
Yeah. Yeah. He's moving the sunglasses, twirling them around. He's like, boo.
The thing about sunglasses and collaboration, boo. It's totally Eric at the end of Billy Madison. What about the aliens? That is not a fair question.
He's like, come on, Doc, I demand a new question.
I demand. And then the news shows up. I'm thinking like, it's about darn time that like somebody picks up on the story of the man that can like control things with his brain.
Yeah, it only took him 3 months to get out there and do an interview.
As we all know, my birthday was 29 days ago. It's probably a real line.
Yeah. The bartender, anyone know about 37 days ago out here? It's like, what? You're very specific right now. It's a little scary.
And then the sunglasses guy is like, "You know more about the UFOs than you're telling us." And George is like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Yes, you do."
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, this is a book fair, dude. Just go grab Great Expectations and get back to me.
Yeah, grab a corn dog while you're waiting.
I was kind of struck by how clever George is too. Like he's doing some pretty good jokes. You know, like, "Oh, the Air Force tested me. Like, what'd they find? I'm pregnant."
He's like, yeah, the Air Force, they found out that I'm pregnant.
He has a couple. He's like, he named all the presidents. He's like, I can name a couple forward presidents and a couple of backward presidents.
And then people are laughing. His jokes, he's on top of the
He
jokes.
is on top, yeah. Until suddenly he's not. When that is not a fair question.
Yeah. He gets knocked over, and then obviously he blacks out, and then next thing you know, he's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital.
And everyone's there.
Yeah, everyone's there, and they're like, "You're gonna die. You're gonna die, George."
Yeah.
It's so like
probably weeks, could be a month. I don't know.
it's so emotionally manipulative because again, he's like it's not a very nuanced character. He's just good guy.
Yeah.
A good guy, a pure-hearted guy,
Right.
and now he's gonna die. Like, oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. It's not like he went through like a personality type of like shift or emotional shift. He's like
No.
literally a pure-hearted guy the entire movie.
No,
He can just
yeah,
do
yeah.
really cool stuff.
Yeah, right.
And so yeah, there isn't that. I don't feel like there was. That's why I feel like from an audience perspective, they wouldn't be as intrigued with this type of movie because there isn't enough substance to what his character should be.
He needed to be a
towards, like, the
jerk
same type of character. Yeah.
at the beginning.
Exactly. Kind of more of a jerk in the beginning.
Who put this crap?
Which
here?
John Travolta wouldn't be able to do that. He couldn't play that.
No,
I don't
play like Kevin Costner.
That's another guy I thought of that. He would probably be a good villain for this role because he's like, did you guys see the light out there?
I'm reading about 3-4 books a night.
And it's like, what are they about, George? What do you care?
Yeah.
Just trying to learn. I'm trying to expand.
Little Harrison Ford in there too. I am going to die.
Yeah. You don't understand, Doc. You don't understand anything. Yeah.
And there's that great moment because I mean, most of the movie, it's like, why is Robert Duvall in this role? You know, like it's not asking a lot. I mean, he's very, like I said, very like, even though he's a doctor, he's very blue collar and kind of plays it naturalistic. And then finally, he gets that monologue in the bar where he's like, "He didn't ask you for anything, for anybody."
Yeah. Yeah, finally. He finally gets a little bit intense, throws his glass across the bar, which apparently shatters 4 other glasses.
Yeah, heck of an arm.
Yeah. A heck of an arm, man. He must have really, really flung it down.
It was crazy.
fast.
Like, so Robert Duvall's the only guy that's like, hey, George is actually kind of a nice guy. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah. Yeah. What is up with that? Yeah, why is it just one person that's like,
They're
even
jealous,
like
I
Roger
think.
Podacter is like 2 to 3 books a day? About what?
Have you ever been to a library? It's like about whatever you want.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if it looks like I'm walking funny, it's because George O'Malley broke a mirror. I had to try to figure it out.
It's like, gosh, you're a turd.
Now, Baines didn't mean anything by that.
Yeah. It's like, Doc, Baines didn't mean anything by that.
So I think he gets. So this is when apparently this movie is like kind of a Trojan horse for Scientology ideals, and I think it really comes to the forefront when the second doctor asks him about like, hey, can we operate on you? And basically like you'll die, but we'll learn about your brain. And then Travolta goes on this like very self-righteous monologue where he's like, I'm the mission, I'm the expedition.
I'm the mission. I'm the expedition. That's why you want to get in there.
Yeah, it's very anti-science. Like honestly, you should donate your brain, dude, because we will be able to learn so much. But instead he's like, nah, I just want to have sex with Lace and get the heck out of here. So we could like cure probably some brain diseases with you. And he's like, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. Write me up something. Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
I feel so bad for the doctor because he's made to be a bad guy, but he's like, oh my God, we're going to learn so much about brains. We could like possibly like completely change the human understanding of intelligence. And Travolta's like, but it's the human spirit, the triumph of it. It's like, no, you're just like this because you got a tumor, dude.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny because I'm a little bit on the doctor's side at first because even just watching the
100% on
scene,
the
I haven't seen
doctor's
this movie. Yeah, you're on his side in the beginning, and then he just wants to look at his brain. It's like George doesn't know what he's talking about when he talks to Doc, and I'm like, okay, Doc's like, no, screw off, man.
Well, it's hard to take the side of anti-science because I get it's about the human spirit, but dude, the tumor you have is like 1 in a billion. Never before seen in the history of humankind, and you think it's a triumph.
He's not going to survive. They've already said that. Basically, he's going to die no matter what.
And you think it's some like human interest story, like it's a triumph of the human spirit? No, dude. There's as Doc says, there's a tumor in your brain. He didn't do anything, and he even says like, if I could choose between the alien and the tumor, I choose the tumor. I would. What difference does it make? It's still something external.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I will be the sunlight.
It's so great. As that song plays, think of anyone with like a brain injury and how they can't be cured because George didn't want to donate his brain to science.
So he doesn't want to donate this brain, and then he gets with Lace, and then they start like making out, and apparently I think they sleep together, but it does. I don't know if they have.
Yeah, that's
but
not.
he's about ready to die. As he wakes up, I'm dying. I'm like, oh wow.
Wow, like, are you sure? He's like, maybe not. It's like having to sneeze. Like, I think it's gonna happen. No, not yet.
Yeah. It is kind of weird. A weird setting. He's like, it's happening. I'm like,
Lace is like, maybe you're just have a headache. I don't know. Be so annoying. Like a year later, it's happening. George, stop.
George, stop.
I probably wouldn't have had
3
you
years
move
later.
in.
It's happening. Quit it. Yeah.
Really only interested in you when I thought you had a week to live. George, I make $20K a year fixing cars. I live with Lace. I was supposed to die 3 years ago. Every single government official is looking for me. Robert
Right.
Duvall lets the
He's like,
air
how would you want to die?
I don't know, getting my brain open and donating to science, maybe. Robert Duvall lets the air out of the tires. He's like, ah! Weird, like ADR laugh.
Yeah.
You know that moment he bends down and lets the air out? Like, you just aided and abetted a criminal, my friend.
Yeah.
I can't get a grip on his character because, I mean, I do think he does a good job, but, like, we're introduced to him by seeing his naked butt. And the next
Yeah,
scene,
that's the first.
he also, like, whipping out the
Like-
chessboard at a birthday party is a bit of a buzzkill. Like, George, you
It
can
is,
sit down
it
and play a
is.
45-minute game with me.
Yeah, and then of course after he gets dropped off, you think he's going home for the night, but comes in to finish the game. But why did he get dropped off for?
He didn't get dropped off. He's saying goodnight.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, he really wants
It
to
looks-
get a moment with Tito. He's like, Tito, get over
Yeah.
here, you big dumb goof.
That'd be a good Jeff Goldblum moment. Of course, when a light comes and hits your brain, it's going to change the course of history.
What's the greatest gift for science? Is it my tumor-wrapped brain? I'd say no.
So yeah, it comes in, and it's funny how he just keeps beating him at chess. And yeah, it's like, I'm just seeing things so clearly. Robert Duvall's like, yeah, well, I'm sick of you
Yeah, it
winning
is.
all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the subplot of the town getting kind of fed up with him is that they're jealous and like he's like a little goody two shoes show off. He's like a teacher's pet. Like
Yeah.
it is kind of
Yeah.
annoying how smart he is all of a sudden. One thing I kept bumping up against
Right.
is like I actually don't think he talks so fast or knows so much. Like he's trying to tell Forrest Whitaker
Yeah.
about his new idea for fertilizer, and Forrest Whitaker like barely hears one sentence, and he's like, "You just talk so fast." Like, really?
Did you catch just a few things that I said? Oh, you talk so fast. You know so much. It's like, I'm just
okay.
asking you to listen, Nate.
I didn't realize. I'll start over. So anyway, you can use pig fertilizer to create gasoline. Slow down.
He just starts over in the conversation. I like that.
He lets himself.
Here's a way I can control it better. I'll start over.
Yeah. He lets himself get wound up, which is maybe part of the problem. But he's just like he's so wound
Yeah.
up all the time. Or like I don't know, like go to Berkeley, talk to the really frustrated earthquake guy.
Yeah, and he does call Nate at 2 a.m, which I think is a little rude because it's like, George, it's 2 o'clock. What are you calling, George? Like, are you about ready to sneeze or something?
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
I don't. George.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird scene.
It is weird.
And then he just hangs up on him abruptly. It's like, I trapped the rabbit. I'm the one that trapped him. He was in there to begin with. All right, good night, George.
I kind of went. I kind of went back and forth when I watched it this time. I was like, I really want to pay attention to pre-light George. Like, how dumb is he? And he's not that dumb.
Yeah.
He's just like a guy.
Right, because he's like, oh, if it's a plant, I can grow it. If it's in the car, I can probably fix it. But I like kind of like that, see, because he's giving off like what the things he can do and the things he can't do.
Yeah.
like yeah, he's smart. He's not an idiot.
He does
You know.
play. It's a bit of a simple performance, though. Like I'm.
Yeah.
I can almost picture a voiceover. I'm a good guy. I do what I can. I'm honest, and I love my friends. There's just not a lot.
I love my
there.
friends, and if there's a plant, then I can grow it, and if it's in the car, I can fix it. Yeah, it's like, John, I need you to like
Give me
be
something. Yeah.
somebody else.
Be complicated. Like have some texture here. It's just the way you said that. I was like, I could picture Tobey Maguire in this role. Gosh, I just keep reading all night. I can't sleep.
3 or 4 books a day on what? Well, all the things I've wanted to learn about. Yeah. Isn't there some things that you like to learn about?
Think about it.
I like Tobey Maguire points in. Think about it. Diddle-a-doo.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and I just, again, I have the problem with Travolta is that it's not tailoring enough to his skill set because again he's plays himself so much.
Yeah.
And then some of those roles again, you got the Wild Hogs 2004, and then it kind of goes into other roles where he's just playing it. It's sort of kind of. I don't want to. I think it doesn't completely derail him, but I just don't like these roles where he just tries to play himself because he doesn't do a very good job of it.
Yeah, he needs to be someone like urban and mysterious, and this role is like none of those.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy him as a small town guy, and I don't buy him as like just a simpleton, innocent, nice guy. Like for me, it would make sense if he moved here after he like killed someone for the mob. Like I would buy that more than just like. I just don't understand why he's still single either, unless someone, his wife died, or like he is like. I don't know. Like I feel like there needs to be like a dark past, and they just don't. There's no past.
They don't ever. There's no past yet. Don't touch on it at all.
He just emerged.
But yeah, you think of Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Pulp Fiction, and then it's like this role where he's on the movie covers, him pointing to a light with his hand out. Phenomenon.
Diddle, 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 diddle.
What if John Travolta was really nice and really smart? It sounds kind of boring.
Yeah. What if he was hit by a light that came out of the sky? That doesn't explain anything.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Even the way the title emerges, it does feel like a sci-fi movie. It's like emerging from this like, phenomenon. And there's like a bunch of stars, like with an alien. There's a tumor in your brain.
You could mix it with like Angels in the Outfield. It's like you got an angel with you right now. Yeah.
Way too intense.
Yeah. So. Anything else to touch on? I guess we've been going for about 40 minutes. So, yeah, Kira Sedgwick, obviously not a well-known movie person, but ends up getting most of her work in the CSI, like, cold case shows.
Yeah, and there's a show called The Closer that they finally, like...
The Closer,
like,
that was it, yeah.
Squinty, steely-eyed look. She's great here, though.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. I think her scenes with Travolta are good because she grounds it a lot dramatically. She just... plays it very realistically. Everyone's so realistic, and then Travolta's like mugging for the camera a lot. It's tough.
Exactly. He's the one that's going to be like playing the friendly, smart guy goof that can do whatever he wants, but everyone else is grounded. Like it's almost like they have boundaries. Everyone else has boundaries, but he doesn't have any. Yeah, which is kind of like that's why I don't like it when he plays himself, because he's like just saying whatever he wants and doing whatever he wants. Like, it's just weird. It's like, you feel that? You feel that?
No.
Kira Sedgwick, no.
Yeah, I don't like hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Always
UHF frequency and your jean coat. It's like, get it, take it off. We're in the middle of California.
I was thinking, like, are you warm? Like, he's just walking around the town in this, like, pretty heavy overcoat.
Yeah, it's got to be hot there in the setting.
I was trying to guess, like, what time of the year it is because the kids have school.
They're typically just kind of hanging out.
They are hanging out. Yeah,
they're around.
They're around.
Like, man, I'd like to get my hands on your carburetor lace. Like, I bet you would. Gotta go.
There's this great scene halfway through the movie where he's like, he comes to her window and he's like, hey, and she's like, we should probably not hang out. And he's like, okay. They don't hang out.
It's like, are you just gonna keep it? Well, I don't expect. I'm just gonna hope. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah.
So many lace scenes are just like, he goes in for a kiss. She's like, no, not feeling it. Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. He does go in. He only goes like a fourth of the way, too. And Lace is like, whoa, hello. Like, bye.
Yeah. You're not trying to kiss me, are you? Yeah, I am, pal.
But yeah, John Travolta, just a big dude. He mugs.
He just
he does.
He screws up.
I don't think
his
he
face.
means. Does he even do that? Yeah. He like has a block head and like a big body, and I'm like this.
And he reads a lot. Yeah. Imagine spending 2 hours with a guy being like, I learned. Like, he's just bigfooting everything you do. Like, oh yeah, I took 2 years of Spanish. Like, oh, I learned Spanish in a weekend. Shut up.
How'd you do that? Reading what?
Yeah, that's where Roger Predactor could come in. Roger Predactor, wondering why George reads so many books.
I could definitely see Jim Carrey as one of the town bar people. Excuse me, is George here?
yeah, George here. Maybe he plays a professor. I had a question about the earthquake that you stumbled upon.
George, I'm just here for the quake.
I don't want to hear about the Morse code you've been putting out. No,
Yeah.
the government. Yeah. He just walks in, like struts into his house. Yeah. Diddle, 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 diddle.
The Air Force Morse code thing, like if I could just delete that from the movie, that would be swell.
Yeah, it's kind of it definitely feels like a time filler, and then they bring it back at the end a little bit. I'm like, nah, just get rid of it. Yeah, it's just done. Of course, obviously with the professor from Stanford coming back down, George is dead. What?
Oh my God, I knew him for about 15 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I was actually pretty surprised that Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 49%. I didn't think it was going to be that high.
Oh,
I guess for 1996, I thought it was a little bit too high. I could see maybe why audience members liked it a little, but yeah, I don't think it should have been ranked that high. What are your thoughts?
It made a lot of money. It made over 100 million.
Yeah.
I think this came at a good time for Travolta, but like you said, it's also
Okay, yeah.
when things start to curdle a little bit. Michael came
Yeah.
out this year too, which is another movie where it's like, hey,
Yeah, that's right. Michael came out.
look
Yeah.
how cool I am. At least Michael, he's kind of a bad boy.
Just a guy with wings having a good time. Having a good time. Yeah, smoking a cigarette and having a good time. Yeah, that's a weird show.
Other than his powers, how
Yeah,
would you describe George Malley?
Man, how would I describe him? Man, he's like,
Nice.
I don't know, yeah. Outgoing. He's outgoing.
He is, okay.
Kind of like nice. Yeah, I know. He almost seems like someone like you would meet from Montana. Like, yeah, just very regular, down to earth. He's a farmer.
So have
If it was in a
Mr.
car, I could fix it. I could grow it. If it was in my garden. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Right,
Captain
so small
Obvious.
town
Yeah.
Montana guy, you have Mr. Saturday Night play him, which is a little confusing.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Saturday Night. Yeah, it's like, why would you have Mr. Saturday Night Fever play a small town guy who's a farmer who goes to the bar apparently in the afternoon?
Yeah, an actor
But
best
yeah,
known for
it's
his
like not-
dancing.
Yeah, dancing. Who's really skinny in Grease, jumping up on bleachers, snapping his fingers. Like, in this movie, you're so big.
He's a bit stockier, yes.
He figures out where the boy is. Summer days away. Hoo-hoo-ah. He just starts dancing. Yeah. All right.
All right, well, then
Well-
can we do it?
Yep, that should do it. That should do it.
Montana Film Brothers.